Bank on the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Time now for our interview segment to kick off this 8 o'clock hour. It's presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Of course, one of the great commodities of Indiana County, in Indiana Borough, I should say, is the Indiana Free Library that sits right across the street from us. So whenever we hear about a fundraising event from one of our neighbors, we're definitely glad to have some representatives on the show with us today. Joining me this morning is Poom Sunhachawi-Taylor. Did I get that right?
Sunhachawi.
Okay, but I got the pronunciation right. That's what I'm happy about. But Poom is joining us here this morning to talk about everything Indiana Free Library, especially all the programs that are coming up and the fundraisers too. How you doing this morning?
Great. We're looking forward to doing a fundraiser with some of our local restaurants. We have that new brewery in town, the Voodoo Brewery. They're excited to host our books and brews and beers and book swaps. So that will be coming up on Thursday. It's 5 to 7 for $10 per person. We're also kicking off this summer. So we're going to have summer reading coming up. That will start June 13th. The kickoff will be over at Mack Park. And we will end on July the 28th. Events all year round with our big kickoff, with our big end of year event being Evening in the Stacks.
Oh my. I went to was that Evening in the Stacks last year? That was the Halloween party? Yeah. And, if you looked at the Facebook page for the Indiana Free Library, you'll see me there taking home first place for that costume contest. I'm retiring from it for this year. I want to give other people a chance, but, but let's start with Books and Brews. This is a clever idea, I think. It's kind of a happy hour type event. It's going to be held at Voodoo Brewery, but it's going to allow people as well to swap out books. How so? I guess it's just a kind of independent trading at that point.
Correct. Independent trading. We'll have books at every table. You can swap out a book with another book. If you really need one, we'll have plenty of books to discuss. We have the classics. We have books from book clubs. We have the Glass Castle. We have current books. So if you don't have books, just come and read the book, swap out a book, trade a book, bring one to the library later on. Book sales are having a strange comeback in Indiana because sadly we lost the Newman Center book sale.
We did. I did hear about that.
That was replaced by the First Unitarian Church had a book sale, and we have another one coming up too with the Unitarian Church.
Actually, I have the announcement here for Grace United Church.
No, sorry, Grace United.
Yeah, so Grace United's doing theirs. That's going to happen mid-June.
Correct.
So, yeah, I think book sales, though, have been always an integral part of Indiana County's history. I think as far back as I can remember, there have been benefit book sales, book drives, and book-related events. So this is very good that the library's jumping in on that. And they're also partnering up with, I think, one of the newest places in town, being Voodoo Brewery. So aside from books, you said that there are going to be some local restaurant partners involved with this as well?
Well, Voodoo Brewery actually serves food too.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to have appetizers, and it's $10 per person. We'll cover the appetizers, and it's a cash bar for the 5 to 7 time period.
Okay, so 5 to 7, and that will be this Thursday then.
Yes, so, day after tomorrow.
All right. So do people need to register in advance for this?
No, they can just come.
Just come at the door, bring your $10, and you'll be fine.
Yep.
All right, $10 and a book.
And a book if you can. If not, you can swap out a book, bring a book later. Honor system.
Gotcha. Okay. So you said the summer reading program is going to start up pretty soon. What's going to be the theme this year for summer reading? Is there going to be a special theme?
I think it's Sail into the Summer.
Okay. So we'll see how that goes. And I remember I actually took part when I was a kid. I took part in the summer reading programs.
Do you remember the kickoff? It's always at Mack Park, that big swim.
Actually, I did not do the kickoffs. I was not a part. I don't think that they had the big kickoff party at Mack Park when I was growing up, but that was many, many eons ago. So we'll leave it at that. But kickoff party at Mack Park. When is that date again?
And the kickoff party is at 10:30 a.m. You need to pre-register. And pre-registering, you get a wristband for a free swim. And then the summer continues with Discovery Day, geocaching, and maps, going out to Scary Lake with River Curiosities out to the Big Blue Library and Mother Earth's wondrous coral reefs, the critters that live in the creek, heading out to the Sonoma wetlands, which is a really, really cool place, then going out fishing and Shark Week, and the end, it's going to be Pirate Week.
So it's all aquatic themed then.
Yes.
Then that's where Sail into Summer comes into play.
Exactly.
It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of different books each week for the kids to kind of, if you'll pardon the expression, devour, like a shark. So again, again, it's for kids. I'm assuming this is for like elementary grades up through.
It's for elementary up through high school.
Okay, so it is through high school then, and books will be appropriate for all the grade levels there. Like I said, I remember taking part in it when I was a younger kid, and I think this was probably, second or third grade is when they stopped it, at least in my generation. But I'm glad to see that it's continuing on through the summer months for all grade levels in the undergraduates. Talk about the people who put on these events, Poom. These are volunteers, right?
Actually, it's our librarians.
Oh, it's the libraries. Okay, the staff. Cool.
Yep, it's the staff. It's our children's librarians and our teen librarians who are putting this on.
Wow. And that's a big distinction as well, because there are a lot of teen books. I know that there is a young adult section in the library, and there's also a section that I never thought I would see in a library, graphic novels. I don't know if anybody has ever seen, but I've been in there and I've kind of poured through some of the old Batman comic books that way. And I think that's pretty interesting. So it's a way, I guess, reaching out to the young adults out there.
And the young adults really are into the graphic novels. I think this started about when you were younger, Josh, probably in the 90s.
Yeah, I think so, because that was when Batman Dark Knight was really popular in that time frame. And Frank Miller was basically revered by everybody at DC Comics. So, yeah, the graphic novel, I think, did get its start back in the mid-90s.
Wasn't that also the beginning of The Walking Dead? Wasn't that a graphic novel, too?
The Walking Dead is a graphic novel. I don't know when it came out. That may have been a 2000s project, but we're getting off topic here. But it's amazing.
Books.
But still, it is books. And it's getting kids to read, and it's keeping kids reading as well, because sometimes I think that as we get older, we tend not to read as much for fun. We think of reading as kind of either an assignment or a chore.
Right, and I think people are streaming more, too, and just really addicted to their cell phones. Mm-hmm. But the adaptation, I think, is more people are getting into ebooks, getting your books online. Speaking of which, the Indiana Free Library has a massive online offering. All you need to do is live in Indiana County, within Indiana Borough, Indiana School District, and you can get a library card.
Uh-huh.
And with the library card, it gives you access to our electronic databases.
Right, that's right, because there are, as you said, a lot of book offerings available in, I guess, PDF or digital download format. You could put it on an e-reader if you have one of those, or your tablet PC, whatever you want. And what's the web address for Indiana Free Library, just in case people are wondering about that?
You can just
program.
Google Indiana Free Library.
Indiana Free
Library will come up.
All right.
And also, just one other reminder is, we're back open to 5 days a week now, too.
Mm-hmm.
And our late days are Mondays and Fridays. We're open till 9 p.m. And we're open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, off Friday and Sunday. And we're back open again on Saturday. So 5 days a week, we're back, we're open. We'd love to see everybody back at the library.
It's got to be great to be open 5 days a week after what we've gone through in the pandemic and having to do things virtually. I'm assuming also...
And we're still offering the books to go pickups, too, in case people are still not comfortable.
All right, that's actually pretty good. I'm also assuming that many of the book clubs that were a part of the library program in the past are starting back up again as well.
Yes, they are.
And that has been well attended, I'm assuming?
Yes, they are.
That's pretty good to hear, actually. Yes, it is. So, Poom, let's talk about the big event. You mentioned it, the Evening in the Stacks. I had a lot of fun with that last year. That was a great time. And people, I guess, they need to enjoy it, too. I think the planning's already underway for it this year?
Yes, I'm one of the planning chairs, too, because I'm on the Indiana Free Library Board, and I'm also the president of the New Century Club, which is the Friends of the library, which we help with the fundraising, but mainly on the evening in the stacks is we've realized it falls so close to Halloween. We really should embrace Halloween.
Okay, I see what you mean. So that's why last year was a big costume contest. And I got to tell you, I saw a lot of creative costumes last year. Gerald Smith, who was on Indiana Borough Council with you,
And his wife.
were a couple of characters from Lewis Carroll books. I believe Gerald is the Jabberwocky himself. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
And there were a lot of other people.
And there was a really cryptic little character from Harry Potter too.
Yes, there was. Yeah, I was trying to figure it out
I
myself.
don't know if she was Fleur or it was a Harry Potter character.
It just shows how creative people can be, and given the inspiration of literature. I mean, I was inspired by the world of steampunk with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, The Time Machine, things like that. That sort of science fiction. Other people taking their inspiration elsewhere.
And that's why we're trying to keep it to the theme of the books, authors, different themes like that connected to Halloween.
Mm-hmm. So this year it will be when?
And this year it falls on a Friday. It's in October. It will be Friday, October the 28th. And the time is still 5 to 7.
All right. And everything is still being finalized. So you still have plenty of time. Just pencil it in at this point, I think, on the schedule.
Yep.
All right. Anything else that we may have missed, Poom, that's coming up for the Indiana Free Library?
The main thing is the summer reading coming up.
So
So that will kick off June the 13th.
Mm-hmm. And again, that will be at Mack Park at 10:30, you said?
Yep.
All right, excellent.
And need to pre-register, so don't forget to stop by the library or call.
Stop by the library, call, or visit the website for more information.
Yep.
Poom, thank you very much for joining us on Indiana in the Morning. Please give everybody over there at the library my best, and I will tell you this, I still have that trophy in a very nice place. Thank you again for joining us this morning on Indiana in the Morning.
Thank you for having us, Josh.
Poom Sunhachawi-Taylor joining us this morning on Indiana in the Morning, talking about the Indiana Free Library. Our interview presented by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. 8:24 at Indiana in the Morning.